All right, coming up. We're going to bring out the JSO president, and she's going to give a special award to one of the coolest dudes in Portland. Great DJ, great writer, and in fact, his writing is going to be celebrated in just a few minutes. Where you be at, girlfriend? Come on now. Y'all put your hands together for Rita Rega, please. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to introduce Marcia Hocker. You know the voice. You've heard her on KMHD. She's now on KBOO. You've seen her on the stage at PDX Jazz Festival. Good friend of mine, and also another Jazz Journalists Association recipient. I received this award last year right here. And Marcia received this in 2018. So let's bring out Marcia Hocker. And she will present the award to YUGEN RASHAD. Thank you, Rita. Good afternoon, beloved community. So good to see all you beautiful people out here on this sunny, spectacular picture postcard summer afternoon. The city of Portland continues to be recognized as a thriving jazz community on a national level by the New York City-based Jazz Journalists Association, who for the past 25 years awards excellence in jazz, citing musicians, composers, arrangers, educators, photographers, authors, media figures, and lifetime achievements. This year's spotlight for the Jazz Hero Award is broadcaster, journalist, and musician YUGEN RASHAD. He has been an invaluable voice for Portland's relatively small African American community for more than 40 years, advocating for and supporting jazz artists. As the volunteer host on KBOO Community Radio, his weekly program on Saturday afternoons from 2 to 5 continues to present jazz from an African-American perspective. Jazz musician and vintage radio hosts Ray Horn, along with the late George Page, invited him to join KKSN Radio's jazz programming while simultaneously hosting on KMHD Jazz Radio. YUGEN was invited by veteran author, educator, and KMHD Jazz Radio host Lynn Darroch to freelance album reviews and profiles for the JSO newsletter. This led to being hired as News Public Affairs Director for KBOO, and subsequently hired by the Oregonian, the Portland Observer, Portland Alliance, and Scanner newspaper. One of the most significant features of his Saturday afternoon program from 2 to 5, which he calls The Motif, Reimagining a Jazz Sensibility. This is an ongoing series of phone interviews with Black music industry professionals, from touring musicians to journalists and authors, including in recent months, Kenny Garrett and Jeff Tane Watts, with writers Eugene Hawley Jr. and Willard Jenkins. Also, a self-taught musician himself, YUGEN leads quartets and quintets. His musical activism exemplifies excellent taste and rare humility. Please join me in congratulating this year's 2023 Jazz Hero Award for the City of Portland, YUGEN RASHAD.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, you're very kind. Half this group don't know who I am. Maybe a quarter of you do. I'll be very brief and very straight to the point. I am the great-great-grandson of a sharecropper. It's about developing a culture. Jazz is a culture. And everybody in this arena, in this theater, is a seed. See, jazz music is not a spectator sport. You agree, right? It really isn't. It's about how you can do what farmers do. Talk about the music. Go to the public schools and the private schools and let them know when you take away the arts program, you're taking away the heartbeat of this nation. Because jazz music is America's classic music. I'm up here with this award, and I want to thank the Jazz Journalists Association for partnering with the local community, the local art community, because the local community needs a boost. You know, sometimes we vibrate at a very, very low level. Agree, right? Agree, right? Some say it's the rain, some say it's the weather, it's the environment, but we have some very special qualities, hence the Cathedral Park Jazz Festival. 43 years in running, right? Well, they got me by 3 years. I've been doing jazz journalism, jazz broadcasting for 40 years. I know I don't look it, but it's true. I want to go very briefly and get out of here, because this is not about me. This is about people who support me, like Madam Mariah Taylor, my sister Nia Shamsuddin, Lurleen Shamsuddin, whose birthday is today, Portland Public Schools, Multnomah County Health Department, State of Oregon, Cordon Bleu, which was a nightclub right there on Broadway, the Jack London stage that's hired my music project, Albina Abbey, and some that I can't remember because I knew I would forget. I have a music project, the Eugene Music Project. We perform every third Thursday at Mekong Bistro on 82nd, across from the old Madison High School. It's now McDaniels High School. I'm not an entertainer. Most of the people up here, if you were to ask them, it's about healing. This is a village, and we can hear the drum. So we are doctors on some level, and it's all about how you can connect with people. And finally, I'll just say this. I applaud the Jazz Society of Oregon, who gave me my first writing job, Lynn Darroch. Where is he? Lynn, where'd he go? There he is right there. He's a, man, give him a round of applause. It's because of him that I have a lot of ink in my pen. I'm most proud because I'm a journalist by trade, and I just happen to play a little music and know a few chords. I want to thank my music project.
Yeah, they're going to play. Okay, sorry. No, you're good.
Brother Kelly on flute, a member of the Oregon Music Hall of Fame, Terrence Wooten. Know any of these names? Philip Tucker is my regular drummer. I want to thank my niece, Tanisha, for singing with me. She's a tremendous singer. Tony Hill, my niece, who's going to be with us Thursday. Kenny Polson, who's played with me. Where's Derek Foxwood, who I've hired. The great Ron Steen, who I've hired and played with me. Ronaldo, who plays with Mel Brown. Christopher Brown, who is a tremendous musician in his own right. These guys understand you got to grow the music. You got to grow the culture. Because if we don't grow the culture and let new people in, we're just a sorority. We're just a guild with a lot of influence. Take that influence, grow the culture, spread it out, let people in. It's a big tent. Democracy, the spirit, is embedded in jazz music. It's America's art form. So today we celebrate it, tomorrow we celebrate, and remember the winter is coming. So if you like jazz radio, tune into my show every Saturday from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Thank you very much. KBOO 90.7 FM. Thank you.
Yeah. Y'all make some noise again for YUGEN RASHAD. Come on. All right. How y'all doing out there? Y'all kind of quiet. I say Cathedral Park. Make some noise. How y'all doing?